Hello everyone, hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Glad to have you back. Glad to see you back. Glad everything's all right. Uh, I hope everything is all right. Uh, we're just glad to have you back. We want to talk a little bit more about some things. We're gonna sit down. You got you some coffee, some tea. You don't have, anything. If you got some cookies or something, I don't know. But I want you to relax. I want you to feel at home because we check our egos at the door. We don't come in here with no egos. We don't come in here with no big eyes and little U's and all of this. We all about love and unification. We all about trying to build one another up, help one another, be friends with one another, listen to one another, share with one another our life experiences, share with one another our wisdom. Can you imagine if the whole world was like that? None of this egotism, none of this, eat or be eaten mentality. But we're living in a place where everybody knew what was really going on. In other words, living in a place where everybody was awake. Now, I know a lot of people are what they quote unquote waking up. What are they waking up to? They're waking up to reality. They're learning that, a lot of stuff that they have been indoctrinated into, a lot of stuff that they've been programmed into, a lot of stuff they've been told, a lot of stuff they've uh, 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 um, that's been pushed on them. A lot of that stuff they're having to rethink a lot of that stuff, and to step back and reevaluate a lot of that stuff. A lot of people are leaving religion. Just because you leave religion, don't mean you leaving God. In fact, when you leave religion, that's when you find God, because you're not in that ritualistic environment. Ritualism is not a good thing. But giving God your heart, giving God your mind, giving God your attention. See, ritualism is really tradition. Tradition and ritualism go hand in hand. Even in the Old Testament, why do you think those uh those people burn their children to Molech and all of them? Out of ritualism. They was in the middle of a ritual. But when you get done with religion, when you get done with all of this doctrine that's been pushed on you, and you step back and start thinking for yourself, and stop engaging all this ritualistic, traditional type stuff, and start talking to God yourself. Start looking for God yourself. Stop believing what everybody tell you. You start researching what everybody tell you, even me. Research. Do your own research. There's so many things out there. You got computer, you got Google, you got internet, you got iPhone. You don't have no excuse for not researching what somebody's saying. Don't just take everybody's word for it. Research it for yourself. Research the facts. And to tell you something about researching the facts, it's a lonely road. It's a road where you might get ridiculed, you might get demonized, you might get talked about, you might get, people treat you like you nonchalant, like what you're saying is just nonchalant. They ain't taking. You know why? Because they are comfortable in their beliefs. They don't want you to shake up their beliefs. They're comfortable, so they'd rather just pretend like you don't matter. They'd rather just pretend like what you're saying ain't all that serious. Why? Because they're comfortable in their beliefs. They're comfortable and they want to stay there. They're comfortable taking the blue pill. That's their comfort zone. But there are some of you that are out there. that are not comfortable taking the blue pill. You're not comfortable in your belief. You're not comfortable with all the stuff that everybody's telling you. You want to research for yourself. You want to find the truth for yourself. That's what this channel is for people like that. If you got a religious mindset and a religious spirit, I'm not knocking you. I'm not talking about you. But maybe this channel is not for you. If you're all about tradition, religion, and ritualism, this channel probably not for you. You know, so kindly click away. Kindly click away. That was kind of a tongue twister right there. Kindly click away. But anyway, we want to talk about some truthful things. I want to get on into the subject today. Today, I want to send the quote out how I always do. Green tea. And we're going to talk about something today. Here's the quote. Check it out. It says, oh, I lost my page. Okay, here we go. The best way to help yourself is to help somebody else. The best way to help yourself is to help somebody else. Help. Everybody, I don't care who you is. I don't care how strong you is. I don't care how smart you is. I don't care how rich you is. I don't care how good looking you are. I don't care what kind of abilities or talents you have. Sooner or later, you're going to need some help. Sooner or later, you're going to need some help. And if you've been on this earth for any length of time, you can think of somebody that if they hadn't helped you, you probably wouldn't be where you at today. You can think of somebody, maybe a few people, a handful of people, if they hadn't helped you at that point in time, you would not be where you at today. Help. The duality of help, meaning this: you receive help and you give help. We need a world full of people that are willing to help one another. You see, we've reached a place in a lot of societies and in this world where nobody really want to help nobody no more. The only thing they want to help is themselves. They're not looking for nobody to help. They don't have a helpful mindset. Now, I'm not talking about everybody. I have been places, I have seen situations where people have helped. There are people out there that enjoy helping other people. And it's almost like they want to help everybody else, but they don't want to be helped. You got to swallow your pride to the point sometimes when you need help and somebody's there willing to help you, take the help. And if you are in a position to help someone and the Heavenly Father has let them cross your path, and you're in a position to help them, don't disobey and not help them when you know you can. Imagine if we had a world full of people just helping one another. And here's the key. Here is a principle. I believe it's a principle. The best way to help yourself is to help other people. Why? Because it's what it does on the inside of you. Helping someone, giving someone in some kind of way, shape, form, or fashion, it does something to you. It betters you. It makes you a better person. It makes you think better. It makes you smile more. It makes you happier. Helping somebody. You will be a happier person if you just had a helpful mindset, if you were willing to help people. And blessings will rain on you. Blessings will literally rain on you when you are a helpful person. And you got some people out there that know this. And they don't have no problem. And you got to help people with the right motive. You're really not helping people so you can get this and get that. Helping people because you have love in your heart. You have the love of the heaven. That's the vibration that we originally came from. You got two kinds of people. You got people that think with their mind, that think with their brain. You got people that think with their heart. Are you a person that thinks with their mind? Are you a person that thinks with their heart? Are you a person that takes action from the mind? Or are you a person that takes action from the heart? See, if you're taking action and doing things from the mind, that's where the ego resides. That's what selfishness and pride and all of that stuff reside in your mind. People who think with their mind thinking they're being smart. And they may get over for a little while. But it's something about thinking with your heart that makes this world a better place. And I'm sorry, people that talks about the nice guy syndrome, they're calling it, being nice is a syndrome now? Being a nice guy is a syndrome? What I think what it is, they think that a nice guy, because he's being nice, he's gonna feel entitled. Because he's being nice. He feel like he's entitled to be treated nice back. But you have two types of nice people. You have the ungenuine nice person, and you have the one who's genuinely nice. He's nice, but he's not looking for nothing back. He's not looking for you to pat him on the back. He's not looking for you to say, "Oh, thank you." He could care less if you tell him, "Oh, thank you so much. Oh, I'm so glad you did that. You're so nice." A genuinely nice person is nice from the heart. They're a kind of person who thinks with their heart. And just imagine, and people are down and nice people. Now I couldn't feel. I get on the internet and I see people down and I call it a nice guy syndrome. Like they down and nice. What is the alternative? Being a jerk? Sometimes in this nice guys finish last and nice guys don't get the girl and all this other stuff. What's the alternative? So if I don't be nice, I'm gonna be a jerk. You got some people, they scared they're gonna be too nice, so they gotta be a jerk a little bit. So what you want, a world full of jerks? Have you ever been around a jerk? I mean, some people that like that, they feel like it's, at least the guy's being genuine, right? At least he's being genuine. He might be a jerk, but at least he's genuine. Well, there are some guys who are genuinely nice. There are some people that they're not being fake because they're nice. And nice is a way of helping people. Some people just want somebody for a change to be nice to them. There's some man or some woman out there, he or she just wishes somebody would show them some kindness and be nice to them. You got some people, they done been abused and used so much by so many people. They don't want nothing from nobody. Can you just be nice to me? That's a breath of fresh air. When somebody can just be nice to you. Helping people. There are so many various ways to help people. And it's not all about money. As soon as you say helping people, a lot of people, not everybody, thinks that it's got something to do with money. Not necessarily always. Money's a part of it, but it's not necessarily about money. You can help people by showing them giving them a nice smile. You can help an old lady just by helping her put her groceries in her car. You can help someone by listening to their issue, whatever they got going on, and being concerned enough to stop and say, you know what, I'm gonna listen to what you got to say, and let them get it off their chest. There's so many ways to be nice and kind and help someone. You see your neighbor's grass need cutting, they ain't able to get out there and cut it. Take a little bit more time and get out there and cut it for them. Having the initiative to help someone. You see someone on the side of the road, you ain't in no hurry. You may be coming home from the store or something. They got their hood up on the side of the road. Hey man, you need any help? Ma'am, you need any help? My car just quit on me. You got some cables? Matter of fact, this is not to brag on myself, but I was coming home from work the other day. I just pulled out of the gas station, and I was getting ready to go home, and there was a two men on the side of the road. One of them had his hood up. They had, their bumpers together. And the guy flagged me down, and all he really needed was some cables. He said, I got a guy who's gonna give me a jump, but we just need some jumper cables. The ones he had some cables, but they wasn't, you know, they wasn't in good shape. Just so happened I had some cables in my trunk. Now, what if I was not a nice guy? What if I was a jerk? I'd have been like, too bad, so sad. I got to go home, man. I'm ready to go home. That's what a jerk would do. But a nice guy was like, look, man, I don't mind helping you. Is there anything I can help you with? Helping somebody. People who help other people live a blessed life. And it gets back to what I was saying. Helping others help yourself. You help yourself in so many ways. The benefits of helping others outweigh more than the time and effort and money that you're losing. You're not losing anything. You're gaining something. You're gaining something in your heart. Even Jesus himself said it's more blessed to give than to receive. Why? Because of what it does on the inside of you. The way it helps you. The way it helps you on the inside. The person that it destroys the ego. It destroys the selfish mentality. Helping and giving and showing kindness and being nice. I'm not going to jump on that nice guy syndrome bandwagon like some people do. Somebody got on the internet and said, nice guy syndrome and all this other stuff. I'm not going to jump on that. To me, it's just clever wordplay. I'm not impressed because you came up with a nice, good video and said something that you thought was clever. No. Why? Because, first of all, I think from the heart and I try to do my research. And when you think from the heart, you're a very discerning person. Some of the most discerning people are the most discerning people out there are people that think from the heart. People that come from the heart in everything they say. They come from the heart in everything they do. They come from the heart in everything. Learn to come from the heart instead of coming from the mind. Because when you come from the mind, you're coming from a place of ego. You're coming from a place of pride. You're coming from a place of selfishness. The mind is a good tool. So is your heart leading your mind, or is your mind leading your heart? Most people, their mind leads their heart. Meaning you'll think something and you'll think a certain way, and your heart becomes that. And it's what they call hardening your heart. Because you allow your mind, you allow your ego and pride and selfishness to get in the way of what really matters. But if you live by your heart, you don't let pride and selfishness and ego get in your way. And one way to not let it get in your way is to help people. To help people. Be a helpful person. Now, somebody said, well, if nobody else is helpful, why come I got to be helpful? First of all, it's what the Heavenly Father wants you to do. The Heavenly Father that I walk with, that I talk to, the one that I pray to, he told me to be helpful. Now, obviously, you can't help everybody in every situation all the time. But there are people that you can help. There are certain situations, and when those situations arise, you will know it from your heart. If you can help somebody, help. If you can't help somebody, say, I'm sorry, I can't help you right now, and move on. The Heavenly Father's not going to hold that against you. But it's the same way, if you can help somebody, and you just choose not to do it, because you just don't feel like it, or you don't want to, or because you got selfishness on your brain, or you got egotism, you thinking you better than somebody. No. Take time to help people. And I say a lot of times it's the little ways you help people. You don't have to do something big and extravagant that everybody can see. A lot of people help people behind the scenes. A lot of people help people that got help, help people that nobody even knows about. I've had people help me and they wasn't trying to get no notification or nothing, and vice versa. But why? Because you know it's the Heavenly Father that has got his eyes on everyone. He is the love. He is the all. He is the all. The all is him. That's how he can be omnipresent. The love vibration. And when you act in the love vibration, you become close. That's when you are the closest to God. When you're doing things out of love. When you're doing things out of the heart. When you're doing things with a love vibration. That's when you are close to God. This is why certain entities and certain enemies want to take you away from love. They want to get you in anger. They want to get you in ego. They want to get you in pride. And that slowly pulls you, it's like a rope, pulling you back. You throw that line out there, that line of pride, that line of ego, and you bite it. And they slowly pull you away from God. Yes. So when you leave this video today, do an internal search. Search yourself. That's what meditation is. You searching yourself. You examining yourself. The old folks say, take an inventory. And ask yourself, am I a helpful person? When the time and the place arise, am I willing to help if I can help? Or am I blind to people all around me that need my help? There's people all around you that need help. It's situations all around you that you can do something about. I can understand you can't do something about every situation. And like I said, there's little ways to help someone. Speaking a kind word to someone, acknowledging someone will help a person. You got people, they don't acknowledge you. They act like they don't even see you. I know you see me because you got peripheral vision. So I know you see me. Everybody got peripheral vision. You see in a 90-degree radius all around your head. So I know you saw me, but you refuse to acknowledge me. So if you don't acknowledge me, it's like not acknowledging God, because you are made, a person is made in God's image, meaning they are in the love vibration. They came from the same source. So ask yourself, am I a helpful person? You don't have to be helpful. You don't have to be a person that's willing to help somebody. You can blind your eye. You can close your eyes to all these people around you that need help, and like you don't see them. You can do that. You got free will to do that. But you will slowly spiral down. Now, I'm not talking about financially and all that. You may still be rich. You may still have a nice car and all this other stuff. But it kills you slowly on the inside. Conscience being seared with a hot iron. But when you help people, it makes you alive on the inside. It keeps you close to God. It keeps you in His will. And in the end, you get blessed in so many ways that I can't even explain. So that's my video for today. My daughter just walked in the door. So yeah. So that's my video for today. And just remember all the stuff I said, and just be blessed. All right. You have a wonderful day.